What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new. Today we're going to be talking about something that I've been seeing all over my TikTok For You page. I've been seeing like viral tweets going viral. Duh, I just said that, innit? I really wanted to talk about Nara Smith and her husband Lucky Blue Smith and that dynamic, and how a lot of people have criticized it about how she's really young to be a mother and how she's only 22 years old and she is on her way to be a mother of three. A lot of people have so much criticism and judgment, and I feel like a lot of it does come from jealousy, to be completely honest with you, and we're going to go ahead and touch upon that. So I'm going to obviously give you guys like an introduction as to who these people are, kind of how they are famous. They definitely had a moment, I would say like a month ago, where so many people were just being introduced to them and they didn't like the fact that they named their kids some unusual names, which I definitely can agree with. But is it our business to tell someone what to do? Absolutely not. I think sometimes as human beings we kind of overstep a boundary of like, you have to remember people are just sharing their life. They're not asking for your opinion, they're just sharing what it is that they feel that they want to share. And also, if it's something different from our everyday lives, of course we're going to be even more intrigued by it. Have I watched their videos and been like, oh, this is different, oh, okay, interesting, yes. But have I left a comment and been bitter and hateful? No. I think a lot of people who are judging this couple, specifically the women, are white old ladies, and that's just that. Like, is there other demographics and other groups of people? Absolutely. But a lot of the loud ones doing the most talking are white elderlies, white older women, and it just doesn't feel right. Personally, I know not everything on this goddamn planet is a race issue, but it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't. I feel like maybe as a black girl, I just know when something feels a little bit like it's microaggression, or when somebody just feels like they're being a bit too passive. Because I don't know if the same energy is kept for white women who do the exact same thing. Stay-at-home mothers, Tradwives, which we're going to go ahead and talk about. I don't know, I just feel like this is a conversation that it's just moving mad on Twitter as we speak. And I thought, you know what, let me go ahead and chime in and give my honest thoughts and opinions. So down below in the comment section, let me know what it is that you guys feel. What are your thoughts and opinions, your honest thoughts and opinions, obviously. And yes, I've actually written down a bunch of notes to kind of like help script today's video. So if I'm looking over here, that's the reason why, because you guys know I can go all over the place. Nara Pellman is a German South African model, influencer, born the 27th of September 2001, currently making her 22 years old. She rose to fame as she dated popular model Lucky Blue Smith, who has modeled for fashion houses such as Calvin Klein, Tom Ford, Marc Jacobs. I promise you English is my first language, but whenever it's like really goddamn early in the morning, I'm just like, yeah, girl, I don't have it in me. Let's try that again. Fashion houses such as Calvin Klein, Tom Ford, Marc Jacobs, and Versace. Lucky Blue Smith welcomed his first child in 2017 with his former partner, Stormy Bree, who's also a model and I guess kind of popular online. This is around a time where, yes, you know, Instagram was booming. Some people might even argue this is the peak of Instagram, because I feel like Instagram is kind of low-key falling off. It's still great, but I think that when Reels took over and they tried to be like other platforms, it just didn't quite hit. Again, still a popular app and it probably is always going to be popular, but I think that 2017 was just a time where people like post their fire pictures. Like, it was like when we had them thick ass eyebrows, which I low-key kind of miss anyways. It was a time to be around 2017, and I remember seeing this particular couple and just being like, okay, cool. Like, I remember when they welcomed their child, it was like this big deal. They're like, you know, the whole internet, you know what the internet does when someone welcomes a child, everyone goes crazy in the comment section. It was like, congratulations, their kids are going to be beautiful. Yeah, so we have to remember though, here's the gag. Lucky was only 18 at the time of him being a first-time dad, and Stormy was rumored to have been 26 years old. Now, I don't know about you, but that smells very off to me. And it's very interesting how that wasn't a conversation at the time. Now, whilst the internet states that they were popular, they weren't like this massive couple, again, modeling for some powerhouses, and they walked the runway together, which was actually cute, I can't lie. But they weren't like this mega stars that everyone all around the world knew. Of course, when you are stunning and easy on the eyes, people want to know more about you, and that's what people did. But it's very interesting how she was 26 years old and he was 18. Is 18 of a legal age? Yes. Does that mean they were probably talking when he was a minor? Yes. What I've always wondered is, yeah, what do their families think about this? Like, what would Lucky Blue Smith, sorry, that name is a very interesting name. I'm not mad at it though. It's a nice name. It's different, you know, like Lucky. It's a nice name. It is. But I feel like the name Lucky, you have to have a certain type of personality. Like, you have to be charming. You can't be no ugly Lucky. Anyways, let me stop it. Like, what do his family think about this? Because he's obviously an 18-year-old boy, and of course he's gonna step up and be the father. Like, there's no like, oh my god, my laptop made jerks. Her being a fairly older woman, mid-20s, and their son being 18. Like, something just doesn't feel right. You know, I always wonder what those conversations look like. What do families think about it? Do they not care because she's bringing in money, because she's popular, she's beautiful, that's all they dream for their son? Like, I don't know. I'm a nosy bitch. So it's rumored that they broke up due to like relationship complications. I would love to think though in this situation, maybe Stormy realized, hey bitch, I probably shouldn't be you're a child. You can still be a father. You're a great father, but like, this ain't it. This is really weird. I'm so sorry. Like, the whole age thing, I just don't get it, man. I can't date someone younger than me. It just isn't in my blood. What was it Shawn Mendes said? I need somebody. Yeah, preferably someone of age. Or look a bit older than me. What do me and an 18-year-old have in common? Like, yeah, our outfits are cute as hell. Like, yeah, okay. But that's about it. We don't need to be talking on a romantic level. That's just how I see it personally. If you choose to date down. So in October of 2020, they got married and they welcomed their first baby together and named her, check this out, they named their firstborn child together Rumble Honey Smith. Rumble Honey. Okay. What the flip is this? Like, okay. I would like to think most names should have meanings. What does Rumble Honey mean? Because when I think of the word Rumble, I think of tussling, I think of fighting, I think of Royal Rumble, bitch. I'm taking my mind back to WWE, SmackDown versus Raw. Do you know what I mean? Like, Rumble? Now, honey, girl, I be loving me some honey, especially when I'm sick. I mix it with lemon, and you know you got the best of both worlds. You know you're about to get better. You know, so maybe that's where honey comes from. Like, the honey part, okay, cute. Rumble? For a girl? Sometimes I have to breathe when it comes to this particular couple. Not because they're doing anything to, like, affect my life, and I don't really care that way, but then when I hear that like parents name their kids some unusual names, trying to be abstract and different from the other kids, well, you've accomplished that. They definitely will be different from the other kids, and let's just hope to God that they don't go to public school, because if they go to a public school, they are probably about to be bullied, and that's down to your doings. They have to make sure they are bullies themselves, or extra mean, or just pretty people who won't get picked upon. In this generation, oh my goodness, it's only about to get worse. It's only about to get worse. And listen, that sounds very mean, but this ain't their fault. They're just kids who just came into the world and happen to have the most unconventional, weird ass names. Anyways, 2 years later, check this out, they welcomed another child. Guess what it's called? Slim Easy. Okay, so they definitely are going for, like, you know, we're not like the other kids. We don't want the name Rachel. We don't want the name George. These are names that they're gonna have to live with. I mean, they signed that birth certificate, they knew what they were doing, and they're happy with it. If they like it, I love it. Now, the thing that I've noticed, a lot of people drag the women as opposed to the men, and my thing is, bitch, keep the same energy. If you're gonna go all guns blazing, like, why are you doing that, then do the same thing for the man. But also, why is it your business? Like, why are you so pressed? It's not your children. You ain't taking those kids to primary school, so you focus on your own life. And a lot of people doing the most talking and causing the most wahala and stress online are people who just get up and get a job, and most importantly, go touch some grass. Because I've never been this, like, passionate in someone's comment section. Like, A, I look stupid as hell because there's a huge chance I'm not gonna reply, so I'm just gonna be talking to myself. And B, I don't have that much time to be leaving paragraphs and huge ass dissertations. Where's this energy for your own homework, coursework, work? Like, it just says more about the people online. I don't think everybody is technically jealous. I think some people are just kind of like, whoa, this is different, this is weird, I don't know how to feel about it, therefore they want to give their opinions, because as human beings, you are allowed to, and you're entitled to have opinions. Sometimes it's probably best kept to yourself. I don't know whether it's because she's a 22-year-old who likes cooking, baking, and making food from scraps. Personally, for me, maybe this is something that I'm going to evolve and do better at. Bitch, I ain't got time like that. I don't. But I mean, if I'm a stay-at-home wife, then girl, I'm gonna make the time, and I'm gonna record it and get my shit coins, and you guys can be all up in my business, but I'm not gonna reply to you. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just how I choose to see it. Maybe I'm the problem here. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people don't like her because she isn't white. Tell me that I'm lying. Maybe she's not the woman that you thought he would end up with. Now, whilst he is, like, popular and he's, you know, been on the Ellen show and worked with Teen Vogue and, you know, done shoots with, like, Kylie Jenner and all of that, right? He isn't technically, like, the hugest name on the planet. Like, if I was to say his name to one of my friends, I don't think they would know him. And they like pop culture. Do you know what I mean? So, like, he has influence, but he isn't, like, the most influential person on the planet, you know? Maybe I'm giving him too much credit. Maybe in the intro I was giving him too much credit. But of course, they're known. And if you're on the social media space, specifically on Tumblr, then you would probably be familiar with him. Maybe you might not know his name, but you would have seen his face before. I think they're a beautiful couple. I think they're very beautiful. I think a lot of people just weren't expecting her to look the way that she looks. My thing is, bitch, get these crazy expectations out of your mind, because people are going to let you down. And also, why you expect, most importantly, bitch, what you expecting? What, you expected her to have long blonde hair, blue eyes, I know he did state in an interview when he was younger that that was his preference. That was like his go-to type. I do think people can change their types. If that's your type, that's your type. There's no judgment there. I don't want people to think that, oh my God, I'm just being mean. No, it's not that. You can have your type. You're allowed to like what it is that you like. But I think a lot of it comes from ignorance. I think a lot of it, people just don't spend enough time around different cultures, around different groups of people. And then when you do eventually do that, it expands everything that you thought you knew. It expands your own mind to like other people, if that makes sense. Maybe that's what's happened in his case. Maybe deep down he does like blue eyes, but he's still having kids with her. So I like to think that he's pretty much content, and he's also married to her. So I like to think that he's happy with his decision, you know. I think the internet really tries to like get him to like turn away from her. I feel like that's just so disrespectful because, excuse me, if I'm Nara Smith, girl, I'm living my best life. I'm cushy, I'm comfortable at 22 years old. Who knows, maybe she wants to be a young mum. Like, I just feel like there's too much critique over her lifestyle. And it's like, bro, she is not harming you. She's making her videos. She's cooking. She's baking. The food might not taste good. She might forget a little seasoning here and there. I don't know. She might forget an ingredient. She might be putting too much milk in, not enough cheese. The dough might not be soft enough for your liking. But you know what, bitch? You guys are the ones eating it up and you're making her popular. She's on my For You page now. I have no business watching cooking videos because I'm just not really that interested in it right now. Maybe in a year's time, I might get into my cooking bag. Would I be looking to turn to her for cooking advice? No, bitch. Gordon Ramsay exists. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna buy the cookbook. I'm gonna buy the Jamie Oliver cookbook. But yeah, I'm gonna buy the ethnic cookbooks where they actually include seasoning. She is cooped up in LA. She looks like she has a good view when she looks out the mirror. Sorry, out the window. Her hair looks healthy, it's flourishing. The bitch looks good. Her man looks good. The kids look healthy, they're healthy. Leaving them alone. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be doing every and anything, and I'm going to post it. We live in a day and age where, like, you know what? Gen Z want to post everything. Now, I'm not going to lie to you though. When I first saw her, I did not think that she was 22 years old. I did not think that she was a year younger than me. Not to say that she looks old, because I definitely think that she has very, like, feminine, soft features, which can make her look young, that's for sure. But girl, I'm not thinking 22. I don't know what it is. I feel like when someone's done so much, when someone's made a move from like another country to another country and they're living their best life, and like, I don't know, like, I don't know why I always age them by like a couple years. Maybe that's a me problem. Yeah, it sounds like a me problem. I was thinking like maybe she's like 26. She seems to be enjoying her lifestyle. What is the problem here? People drag her for being a Tradwife and a Mormon. I did not know what some of these words meant, so I was having to do some research myself. The ignorance was a little bit loud on my end, but you know what, bitch? I did what the best thing was, which was to go and run my run my Google fingers and find out what certain things were, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I was thinking, what the flip is a Tradwife? I had an idea, but I was like, oh, okay. A Tradwife is basically a shortened term for traditional wife. In recent Western culture, typically denotes a woman who believes and practices traditional sex roles and marriages. Many Tradwives believe they do not sacrifice women's rights by choosing to take home making roles within their marriage. A lot of people are like, oh my God, she's not a feminist. First and foremost, I'm going to say this, and I feel like it's a huge unpopular opinion, and maybe this might bite me in the arse in a couple of years' time, but I don't think it will. I feel like I stand quite firm in this opinion where I say that, first and foremost, not everybody is a feminist. Just because somebody is a woman does not mean that they believe in everything feminism, okay? Human beings are going to believe whatever it is they want to believe, whether you think it's right or wrong. Did she say she was? I'm just asking, did she say anywhere on the internet that she's a feminist? And also, why does this make her less of a feminist by choosing to just be a stay-at-home traditional wife and, you know, cook, clean, look after the kids whilst her husband is out making money? Maybe she's generally okay with that. You don't know their plans. You don't know what they have in mind. Maybe she wants to be a traditional wife for now, and then maybe once she has this next baby, she wants to go back to work. Like, you don't even know. Or maybe she wants to flip it with the guy and you stay your ass at home and I go out and work. Live my best life and model and look pretty. But also, you have to understand that she's taking on business opportunities from inside her home, and that's something that I feel like a lot of people are not really understanding. Like, she's basically like working from home by posting these TikTok videos. They're going viral. She's making money from it. I'm sure brands are like reaching out to her, emailing her like, hey, we'd love to work with you. You know, you have kids, we want to send you products. Like, she's still like making it do what it do. And even if she wasn't, why is it your business? There's plenty of stay-at-home mothers, wives, and they like it. Some people don't though. Some people are in relationships where they have no choice but to be that. But this doesn't appear to be one of those relationships where she's forced to do it. It's just a choice. And I think that a lot of people are not used to, maybe even younger people, knowing what it is that they want. One thing about this lady is she knows what the comments are saying, but she's like, bitch, I ain't replying to you. Okay, cool. Okay, and yes. And Tradwife influencers such as Hanny Newman, Estee Williams, Gwen the Milkmaid have built profitable careers by urging women to quit their jobs to pursue homemaking for their single income families. I don't care. I genuinely don't care what it is that you do. Whatever you choose to do with your body is whatever you choose to do. Whatever you choose to do when it comes to lifestyle is what it chooses to do. As long as you're not harming anybody or putting harm in anyone's way, I don't give a... If you don't like what you see, what do, baby? You click off. You click not interested. Thank God that we have options in this world. There are plenty more creators who are going to be a bit more of you. I think a lot of people are very close-minded. A lot of people just believe one thing and believe that everybody has to like fit into that category. I'm such a fan believer. I'm such an open-minded person where it's like, yeah, certain things I'm like, okay, cool, this is weird, and I might question it, but I don't hate it completely. I was going on Google to see like the meaning of Mormon. So Mormons are a religious group that embrace concepts of Christianity as well as revelations made by their founder, Joseph Smith. They primarily belong to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or LDS, which is headquartered in Salt Lake City, Utah, and has more than 16 million members worldwide. I don't care. Like, bro, like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, you guys find out this information, and there's plenty of people like, oh my gosh, she's a Mormon, she's a Mormon. And going back to, like, the whole point of, like, feminism and people saying that she's not feminist, isn't feminism, or shouldn't it literally be about women having the choice to do whatever it is that they want? And that's what I'm trying to say. I feel like people have changed the definition, and I feel like something that used to be so innocent is just now becoming very political. And bitch, I ain't got time for that. I'm stepping out. That's when it's time for me to go. Deuces! I'm gonna do me, you do you. Whatever your definition of feminism is, I don't know if we have the same one. Okay. People criticize her for like looking good whilst baking a cake from scratch. People also do not like the fact that she bakes from scratch. Girl, with that amount of time that I'm at home, girl, I might as well. Now, I'm a lazy bitch when it comes to cooking, but if I wasn't, and she generally looks like she likes the art of cooking. Now, again, is her food going to be tasty? We don't know because we're not taking a bite from it. Girl, if I'm a model, I'm gonna look good whilst doing what it is that I do. I still want sponsorships. I still want brands to reach out to me. Hello, I'm a model. I'm going to look good. I'm going to put on outfits. I'm going to give the whole world a fashion show. I don't even know whether it's jealousy. I truly do believe people are very envious. They want what it is somebody else has. You are envious of the fact that someone is 22, living their best life, they have their own place, appear to be having fun and living their best life, and they're young. I don't know whether that scares a lot of people. Maybe that makes you think hard about your situation, but you can't put that on someone else. And I think that's really unfair. And I feel like a lot of people do that. You're causing yourself to be unhappy. You're causing stress upon your life, and you're making other people feel bad about themselves, even when they shouldn't be. Whatever it is that she chooses to believe in or do has nothing to do with you. You figure out yourself and your situation, and you get to a place of being quite happy and content with where you're at. I do think her lifestyle is a little bit unrealistic. I don't think that everybody is just, you know, baking cakes and looking cute whilst doing it and like looking absolutely flawless. Like, no, a lot of people are in their tracksuits, messy, pancake batter flowing everywhere, like eggs around the place. The house is not, you know, they're not cleaning up as they go. But if she wants to show something that feels best suited to her, or something that she hasn't seen on the internet before, and she wants to come with a different approach, I think that's cool. And I think she's got the internet talking. If you're not about the whole traditional life, then that's fine. You might want something that's different, you know? When you are getting to get in a relationship with someone, you make that very loud and clear to them. You don't do that on the internet underneath someone's comment section where they're probably just gonna be scrolling and laughing like, these bitches, they're mad. But even like that, the Nara Smith doesn't strike me as like a mean person. Obviously, I don't know her, but she just seems very sweet. She's very softly spoken. She just like appears to be all about her kids and her hubby, and that's cool. Like, that's what we like to see. When people complain about her lifestyle, it gives very much, if I can't have this, no one else can. If I can't have it, no one else should. Well, girl, they have it, and as they should. And let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section, because I'm very intrigued to know, what do you guys think about Nara Smith and Lucky Blue Smith? What do you think of their kids' names? I will catch you guys real soon for a brand new video. Bye.